What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I'm out here on the run, getting things done. And I want to hop right into this, man. It's more about these influencers. I just seen one. She is a life coach, Lana Quantum Leap, 28 years old. I personally think if you're taking life coaching from a 28-year-old, you're already doing yourself a disservice as it is, because somebody 28, they're in their 20s still. They've not really done enough living. They've not done enough failing and succeeding to really give you accurate guidance. They have a very short sample size that they can draw from. If they got on their own, just trying to keep the math simple here, if they got out on their own 18 or 28, that's 10 years. When it comes to life coaching, right, that's a small sample size. We're not talking about, I've been working out for the last 10 years, let me give you some gym bro advice or something. No, we're talking about trying to guide people to make optimal decisions. Now, this woman, she's giving life coaching advice, and she's not doing so well herself. She's demonstrating that she really has no idea what she's doing. 28, filing for bankruptcy. She bought a house 5 years into that. She's giving that up. Just really strange moves. I figured this young lady was single. She did end up confirming that, but I figured this young lady was single because she was just kind of giving me boss babe vibes, strong independent vibes. And those types typically do make a lot of really bad choices leading up to their 30s. Some continue to make bad choices in their 30s, and some kind of figure it out and pull out of this nosedive. I can only hope that's the case for her, but I don't know. I'm hoping for the best, but based on just what she displayed, I'm really not sure. But let's get to the fact that this woman is actually an influencer. She had tens of thousands of followers, and people are actually seeking her out. People are actually looking at her as like an example of how to move when she's proven to be anything but. She said that she's always had a lot of credit card debt, and I'm just like, of course she has, because she's probably spent the whole of her adulthood trying to keep up the image of success, or the image of she's got everything together, when her real life has been anything but. And this is why I say that women typically need a good man in their lives. Women need guidance and leadership, and that's not me being funny. That's just being realistic here. Women on their own, these boss babe types, they tend to make a lot of emotional decisions that a man wouldn't, and I'll explain why. You see, when you have a man in your life, and this isn't just any man, we're talking about a quality man, a man that you can look up to, one that you can kind of back off and let him be the head. He understands the assignment. He knows that the success or failure of everything comes down to him. It falls on his shoulders. Everyone's going to be looking at him when stuff goes left. Yeah, the woman is there, but he's the leader. So when stuff goes left, why did you let this happen? How come you didn't see this coming? How come you couldn't get out of the way of it? What are you going to do to remedy it? We don't get the no accountability option that oftentimes is granted to women. But because the man knows that everything falls on him, the man typically isn't going to make emotional, rash decisions. Things that are going to provide, instant gratification, but long-term hurt his family. We understand that. We know that, listen, I can do this, I can do that, and yeah, this could be fun now, but what are the long-term ramifications of this? Is this gonna have any way or any kind of blowback later on. Like men weigh that. So typically men aren't going to go out and make decisions that are going to put the family in a financial bind. The man is not going to go say, hey, let's go take out a mortgage on a house if we really can't afford it. Speaking of the house, she admitted, I mean, some things she was admitting, and I didn't really know if this was for the sake of she was trying to out herself as being a fraud all this time, or if she was trying to use it as a manipulation tactic to make herself seem more relatable to her followers. But she was saying how she was trying to just like do things, like I guess hit certain milestones, so she would feel like she was progressing in her life the way that she wanted to. Getting the house was one of them. She regrets buying the house, and if she could do things over again, she wouldn't get the house, she would continue to rent. But I mean, that just goes to show you, she probably knew this house was a bad idea from jump. She shouldn't have got it from jump. She couldn't afford it from jump. But her desire to look successful in front of probably friends and family and her followers, it was ego. She allowed ego to put her into a very precarious financial situation. I mean, it doesn't sound like her financial situation was all that great to begin with, considering she said she's always been in credit card debt. If you're in credit card debt, chances are your financial situation is bold. You know, that just is what it is. If your financial situation was a stable one and not a precarious one, you wouldn't be spending beyond your means. People that are in good financial shape typically live within their means. It's not an issue to live within your means. You're not going out leveraging future income on debts that you're incurring right now so that you can have flashy things. And a house can be a flashy thing, one of the flashiest of things. And for some people, it's a flex. It's a show of success. So look at me, I'm 28 and I bought a house. You see how that works? Being 28 and buying a house, that's just something that is very uncommon. You know, nowadays, especially when prices are kind of what they are. We had inflation and whatnot. You know, there's not a whole lot of 28-year-olds right now that can go out and buy a house. So here she is bouncing out with that. It kind of serves as reinforcement that her way of doing things works. I'm just surprised that this whole thing fell apart in 5 months, like she said. I mean, dang, how many mortgage payments did you make before you decided to flake on this? You know, again, these are just things that a man as the leader of the house typically isn't going to do. A man that's the head of the household, he's not going to decide, hey, let's get into a mortgage, and then, hey, let's default on it. You know, I don't know, man. Just, y'all, as I said the other day, be careful with these influencers, listening to their advice, following their lead. A lot of these folks that you guys think are living very well are doing a lot of pretending. They're making it seem like everything is perfect when everything is not. So just keep that in mind, man. Online is largely pretend. The majority of stuff online, especially coming from these influencers, is not real. It's them framing a version of themselves and their lives that they want you to see. You have no idea what's really going on behind the scenes. I'm gonna leave it there though, y'all. Give me a like if you like this video. Give me that subscription if you like what I do. I'll holler at y'all soon. Peace.